Hello there, folks. Welcome back to ESA Winter 21. We are raising money for Alzheimer Fund, and links to donate can be found below the stream. We would also like to thank Koi Tecmo Europe for No 2, the complete edition, Twitch and ViewSonic for sponsoring this event. We've got our next race ready to go, but we've received some amazing donations, so I'll very quickly go through those before we start. We've received $115 from Strackle, who was the runner earlier on, who says, "Hi there, I did $115 on Zelda, so I give $115. Good luck for the runners coming up next and enjoy the show." Thank you so much for that mega generous donation. Minus27 has given us $50 and says, "Good luck, Grond, on the messenger run." That's for the next run. "Love the game, love the community, love the run." Thank you so much for that as well. We've also received a $37 anonymous donation without a comment, and $60 without a comment from Keep It Stanky. So thank you so much for all your generosity. Without further ado, however, I'd like to now turn you over to the next run, which is going to be our fantastic Furi race between chocbob and SombraCakes. Please take it away.
And hello everyone, here I am, I'm Etienne with chocbob and SombraCake as the racers, and also with me there is Jimmy Jam, who will be also with me at the commentary. Hello everyone. So without waitings, I think we can launch this race, of this incredible games, as you will see. So are you ready, chocbob? Are you ready, SombraCake?
I'm ready. I'm ready.
And be ready, because we'll start in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so real quick as we're starting the game, let me explain some of the details. So Furi is a hack and slash bullet hell boss rush game where you try to defeat 10 bosses as quickly as possible. The bosses are divided into phases, and each phase is divided into 2 parts, a bullet hell section and a hack and slash section. So what you're going to see the runners be doing during the bullet hell section is try to keep the enemy towards the edge while shooting and parrying. Once an enemy is done with an attack, you'll usually see them get a couple slashes in. Then during the CQC phase, or close quarter combats, you'll see them try to keep the enemy towards the edge, because if the enemy starts towards the edge, it will force the enemy to warp around you, giving you time to charge your blade, which gives you enough time to hit the enemy back towards the edge, which gives you enough time to charge your blade again, killing that phase for most CQCs. All right, that is done with the general description, so now we can actually talk about the run.
Basically, you can play these games mainly. Most of the runner of these games play with a controller, but actually SombraCake use also all the world record with keyboard and mouse, because he's actually running this game with keyboard and mouse. So the very first boss of this game, the chain, is the tutorial boss, as we can expect. But it's also a very heavy RNG boss, especially in this phase 3, as you can see actually. So, but it's going quite well for SombraCakes, who is actually a little bit in lead.
SombraCake's got a lot of great RNG on that phase.
Yeah.
So coming into this last phase, so one thing about Furi is most of the end bosses have the boss's last phase have a desperation phase, where you can't really damage them for a little bit. So we might use this time to just show off some of the things you can do. So you can see kind of SombraCakes doing some half-charge shots, shooting around, running around. You can also dodge and like teleport basically. You can parry projectiles, as you're seeing. And you can do slashes and half-charge slashes. Am I missing anything?
Yeah, especially the most important thing, that there is absolutely no RPG things in this game. So you cannot upgrade your sword, you cannot level up, and so on. You have all of you need at the very beginning of the games, and that's it. You just have to deal with each boss only with your skills. So also each racers, will wage each other at the end of each boss, because we basically use the in-game time. So tell me,
keeps things tense.
Yeah, that would make things way more intense. So I think chocbobs need a tiny bit of time. So just tell me when you're both ready.
I'm ready when he is.
So
good to go.
Okay.
So a tiny lead for chocbob. So if you're ready for the second boss, guys, 3, 2, 1, go! Second boss.
So going into this boss, it's very, very hard to do well because if you make one mistake, you basically like ruin the entire run, or you ruin the entire boss.
Oh, yeah.
Every phase builds up on the last. So what you're seeing at the start here is each runner is just stun locking the boss using a glitch where the boss is trying to run to the pillar they activated, but if you keep on half charge shotting them, you can get them to the wall without them being able to attack. You're going to basically be seeing that for every single fight, or every single phase, except for the second to last and the last one, where we do different, or second last one we do different stun lock tactics, and the last one's just the desperation phase.
Yeah, this boss, between a runner who's starting the speedrun of Furi and between one of those two top runners you can see actually, yeah, the strap have a very different strategy. This strategy using, as you can see, the charge, the dash cancel to cancel a charged shot is very difficult for the hands, especially because you have to do a lot of input in a very specific timing and also in a very short time. So yeah, it needs some practice, definitely.
But you can really see like how optimized this run is, or like how consistent this run is by stuff like this boss, where the two runners are basically in perfect sync for most of it.
Exactly. That's so synchronized. They're so close. It's less than 1 second for the moment, and now a CQC fight. Pretty easy to deal with because it's only the second boss for the moment. Yeah, they will activate this phase at less than a second of difference.
Yeah, so in this phase, the boss is trying to run away to get you into a cutscene attack, but if you just keep on dashing towards her and slashing her, and then get some half charge shots, you can go back into stun locking her. This is a fun skip. There's a lot of fun skips in this fight, basically.
Yeah. That was a little bit scary for SombraCake. The straps barely managed to escape, but fortunately he blocked her. Oh, bad RNG for
SombraCake's got bad RNG
yeah.
on that CQC.
That's happened sometimes. In most of those fights, the boss will always do the same fix, but sometimes, in some rare case, he will use a melee attack that's block you to charge your katana. That is very important in CQC fight or close quarter combat fight, so the fight in melee, to make the fight way faster because a charged katana deal 5 times the damage of a normal shot. So yeah, it's very important to boost your katana. So desperation phase once again.
So before the next boss, talk about the next boss. So the next boss is the line. The line's gimmick is throwing everything you give at him back at you. We won't be seeing too much of that just because of how quickly we're going to be beating him, which is one of the quickest phases in the game. Is going to be sniping down these walls, and if you do it properly, you can basically get the line. I think Sombra is going to be going for a super fast strat called Fast Phase 1. chocbob, I don't think it's going to be going for it, but we'll see if either of them we'll see if SombraCakes gets it.
So, yeah, if you're ready,
ready
guys,
whenever.
in
Yep,
3,
go.
2, 1, go!
Alright. I'm going to stay quiet for this. It requires a lot of concentration.
Definitely.
Oh! Did you not? I'm on a bit of a delay. Did you not get
me
it?
too, but
I was one shot.
No! So, as I'm sure you guys have... Yeah, there it is on my screen. If you guys saw... you have to get one shot in to hit the boss. If you get that extra shot in at the last moment, which is really hard to do, like the best runner of the game can only get it like 70% of the time,
Yeah.
and I can only get it like 10% of the time.
I never get it. I absolutely never get it.
He's never gotten it ever, but it saves a whole 7 seconds, and it's really good to get on a run, but also makes running against that run a nightmare if you get a PB with it.
Definitely, and that's the case for Sombra. I think that's also the case for chocbob, if I'm right. But
Yeah, I don't go for it, but I had a decent phase 1.
Yeah, chocbob still does old strats, but it didn't hinder him too much because Sombra didn't get the fast phase 1.
yeah, and as we say, it's a huge run killer if you go for very very optimized time. So once again, the CQC fights against the line, not very different than the chain, because for every fight, for every close quarter combat fight, we have a clear strategy, who's also nearly the same. We have to deal with the boss with 2 cycles of attack by using, as Jimmy Jam said, the border. And it's exactly the same strategy for the line, so nothing different. The line is definitely the main thing, so 90% of the line is definitely the phase 1. So
yeah, absolutely. The rest of the fight is mostly just making sure you don't get hit by random orbs that will like give you some knockback and slightly ruin your time. Or make sure the line doesn't run away too far, but honestly, that's just kind of unavoidable.
Yeah. Sometimes you have a chance, because we cannot use the blaster. We didn't speak about that. The line will stop the time during the end of the phase 2 of Furi, and because of that, you cannot use your blaster because because the time is stopped and your shoots don't progress in the space. So that's kind of weird, but this is how this boss works. So this is why we have to get close to the line to always use our katana to pass this phase.
So, going into this, the boss is basically going to be invincible for as long as these pillars that I'm sure are up for you guys by now are on screen. So the runners are going to be trying to be as close as possible to them, trying to dodge as many orbs as possible, because every orb you get hit by will put you into a little bit of stun. Also, it's pretty easy to die here. I don't expect either of these racers to die, but...
Hey, don't speak too soon.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You never know. But yeah, just trying to stay really close to those pillars, damage them down, and then and just trying your hardest not to get hit by this maze of projectiles coming out.
So yeah.
There is no safe spots or anything on this map. You just have to like eyeball it.
You can also use a charged shot to be more safe, but anyway. So, you ready, guys, for the boss
Yep.
number 4? In 3, 2, 1, go! And for the moment, 14 seconds to advance for SombraCakes. SombraCakes is in the lead on 40 seconds.
So, going into the scale, which is the 4th fight, so the scale has some gimmicks where we probably are not going to see. One is if you get hit, your screen becomes all wavy. That one we might see. But the gimmick we definitely won't see until the last phase is the Gale likes to clone himself a lot. Unfortunately, we are going to be killing him way faster before he can do any of that. The thing about the scale, which makes him super annoying, is his CQCs are super inconsistent. As you saw from chocbob's CQC phase 1, he just kind of like has timing that is just like, oh, if you're not like pseudo frame perfect, it's gonna just not work, and it's just hard to get him against the wall every single time. But these runners are doing a good job, SombraCake especially, with that first and second phase, basically no errors there.
The start of SombraCake is insane, actually.
Yeah.
chocbob was pretty unlucky because he got a perfect parry at the very CQC fight. We didn't speak about that. The perfect parry is when you block a melee attack and the perfect timing. But in the speedrun of Furi, we definitely don't want that at all.
Almost never we want that. There's some parts where we want that, but very rarely. Oh no, SombraCake's phase 3 CQC. It is not going too well.
Oh, he will get the die.
Oh, no!
That's so
Are we gonna get the cutscene?
Yeah.
Are we gonna get the quick time event?
That's on the game. Basically, in the PB attempt, it's just dead run here because of that. Unfortunately, he gets hit when he charged the katana, and there is a huge drawback. If you get hit after boosting your katana, you will lose the boost, and that's a huge time lost. And especially in the phase when you have to deal with the boss as fast as possible to block this cutscene. Unfortunately,
Yeah, the cutscene I think is based off like a timer. If you don't kill him fast enough, yeah.
For chocbob, all was going well on this phase 3, and of course, so he's now back.
For the second to last fight, you're gonna see some weird stuff with the health bar. Where I don't know why, but if you deal a lot of damage from reflecting a projectile at once, it just does weird things to the health bar. It's not really a glitch. It just looks like one.
I just wanted to give chat the wavy screen, by the way.
Okay, that
was a gift. That was a gift. It wasn't a mistake. I did it on purpose for you guys.
I also wanted to show the cut.
Thanks, Sombra's such a good guy, you guys.
Wanted all of you to get the whole experience.
Let us know when you guys are done with this.
Sure, yeah. Tell us because we have a tiny bit of delay and don't want to lose too many times. And also, during this desperation phase, that's a good time to say about that, because most of the pattern existing in Furi, you don't see it in a very optimized speedrun like this, because those runners are so fast that most of the biggest pattern will never be shown because they don't have the time to activate it, to be activated.
Yeah,
I'm ready when
there's
Sombra
just a
is.
lot of attacks that will not happen.
Ready?
You ready?
2 seconds? Yeah. Alright.
Okay, if you're ready for the boss number 5, 3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, so going into the hand's main gimmick is for the first couple of phases, he will reflect all your projectiles, except when he doesn't, but don't worry about that. If you're really close to him and during certain attack animations, he won't reflect your projectiles, and also when he's charging certain attacks, he won't reflect your projectiles. So you're going to see our runners taking as much advantage of when he's vulnerable as possible. This boss can be very finicky, as you can see from chocbob's screen. This boss can definitely be a run killer.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, every single boss is a run killer.
Yeah.
There's not a single boss in this game where I've gone into and been like, oh man, I'm really excited to fight this boss because I'm gonna remain on PV pace after this for sure.
This is a good proof that's how optimized this run is right now.
But there's still like a lot of improvement to do, just because like even the best runner makes mistakes sometimes.
Yeah, definitely. And here, for this boss in particular, because you have to deal with a lot of CQC fights against him, this is also pretty important to notice that this boss will not get a huge knockback when you hit him with your katana, so it's very, very important to be as close as possible to the border when you start a CQC fight. Especially for the next glitch, we will see.
Yes, it's a very hard to pull off glitch that once it happens requires a lot of focus. So you know we're gonna observe and I'm gonna guess it does. Let me know if you guys get it, because I want to start.
I don't know.
Okay.
I'm probably not getting it.
What? You guys gotta get the hand glitch.
Okay, I got
try.
one. Hold on, let me just gotta get some focus in here.
Focus. This is
Stop
so
him
hard.
out.
Oh
No,
oh my god! The intense focus.
It will unlock,
This
I
is-
think, for SombraCakes because
Yeah.
yeah, because to make this glitch works, we have to block the boss. For chocbob we have a lot of focus right now.
Oh, I got him.
Yeah. Oh my god, that was. I can't believe that happened. Oh my god.
First time in a marathon.
Yeah. that glitch is really easy to get, but it's always fun because it doesn't actually save that much time, but it's just kind of fun watching the AI bug out.
Yeah.
That glitch happens because the boss has a certain attack for if you're really far away, if you're close, and if his back is not against the wall. So if you have his back against the wall and you're in the middle distance from him, he just won't do anything.
The boss absolutely doesn't know how to react, so he just don't do anything. So
Yeah. And let us know when you guys are done again.
yeah, this dispersion phase is pretty different because we have to DPS the boss during it. And a tiny lead for SombraCakes. At the end of the scale, the boss number 4, SombraCakes was 1 second ahead from chocbob, so it's a very tight race.
Could you let me know when there's time for donations?
Oh, yeah, right now would be a good time
Just
for
go right now.
donations.
Yeah.
Okay, we've got a couple of donations for you then. $25 from Anonymous that just says thumbs up. So thumbs up to you. Thank you very much. And $50 from Crispy Hanako, who says, hey all, hope everyone is staying warm on this Valentine's Day. Shout out to the Furi community and everyone at ESA. Well, thank you so much indeed for those generous donations.
I'm ready, by the way.
Yeah, you're ready. So here we go for the song in 3, 2, 1, go.
So
Boss
talking
number
about
6.
donations, I actually plan on donating $1 for every hit the 2 racers take. I was only gonna say that after they got past the scale and didn't get the scale glitch where they could get 100
definitely they
hits
could
real quick.
have so many hits because of that. Yeah, that's a good precaution.
Yeah. So for the song's actually one of the more standard fights. A lot of fighting her though has to do with getting charge shots in and just
So synchronized.
dodge charge shots while in certain animations. So these sweeping laser attacks, they won't do it. Coming up soon, we're gonna see if either of the runners can get 8-shot glitch, but just like basically a one-cycle thing.
Yeah, for the phase 3, it's very important because if it does correctly, this phase 3 can be very short because the boss don't move at
Got it.
all. So
Oh! Sombra got 8-shot, so
Nice.
that is not a super easy thing to do. These runners get it a lot more than me and Atten get it, but it takes a lot of practice to make sure that you can get all 8 shots in and time yourself perfectly.
that was
Chocbob,
very close for
unfortunately, not
chocbob,
getting
but
it,
honestly, he didn't lose too many times.
Yeah.
Got 7 shots.
He got good RNG, so I think. I wasn't actually watching.
Did.
So once again, very important during this phase 4 and 5. I mean, stay at the border to make very fast CQC phase, like SombraCakes does, and like chocbob did also.
Yeah,
So,
I don't expect us to see it, but this boss has a bad habit of running to the middle of the stage if you wait too long, and it will get even the best of runners if you're not like ready for it. Ooh, SombraCakes not getting her towards the edge enough, so he's gonna have to just do a little hit her towards the edge.
Anyway, he didn't lose too many times. He's still ahead from I think 2 or 3 seconds from chocbob in this boss. So incoming a very important trick.
We say it's important, but it only saves like 5 seconds. But if you don't get it, you're casual.
Got it.
So they're
Nice.
gonna be
GG.
trying to destroy these pillars as quickly as possible.
All right, we're ready.
So,
I think.
Yeah, I'm ready.
You're ready, so here we go for the boss number 7s. In 3, 2, 1, go. And to finish, to explain what just happened during the last boss, that was a pretty important dialogue skip you can do at the very end of this desperation phase. So yeah, it was very fast, but you have to, after you destroying the last pillar, hit the boss immediately before he speaks. So it's sometimes not cooperative.
yeah.
But
So what we're seeing for this fight is the burst likes to run and hide and then shoot you with sniper bullets. Both the runners. So the traditional way is you wait for her to hit you with a sniper bullet, and then you hide behind a wall. Then while she's in recoil, you just sneak up and shoot her. If you're really quick and very finicky, like it kind of just randomly fails like 20% of the time, you can just run up to her and just shoot her real quick. And both our runners try to do that. Chocbob did not succeed, but it's not his fault. It's just very inconsistent.
SombraCakes missed it too, but honestly, it's so inconsistent. That's also a pretty huge run killer in the PB attempt for the very top times, because it's not lose too many times, but if the boss escape, it's because you have to do that 3 times. It's definitely can mean a PB. So
yeah, it doesn't save too much time, and honestly, most runners won't even do it in.
I don't do it.
run
I got it
game.
that time.
Yeah, SombraCakes and chocbob, I think, will both do it in their full runs, but that's because they're a lot more competitive time than us. So.
Also, we didn't speak about that, but the song, the music of these games are pretty nuts, to be honest.
Oh, it's amazing.
Yeah, and especially this one is one of the favorites of most of the players. Because yeah, it's the music evolve if you're in CQC fight or not. The music change in considering the phase you are. So yeah, it's.
I like to call the soundtrack of this game Captain Crunch's "Oops All Bangers."
Yeah.
Yeah, it's just an amazing soundtrack. It has like 3 different artists, I believe. Danger, Carpenter, Brute,
and the Toxic Avenger.
Yeah, Toxic Avenger. That's the last one.
And
Don't forget
Wave
Lord.
Shaper as well.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
There's like a
fourth
ton.
one. Okay, I apologize. Never mind. Just
Definitely, yeah. Shout out to all of those amazing guys.
yeah, they are amazing artists. Go check them out or whatever. I don't know.
And during we speak about that, the boss getting trapped into a corner, because somehow if you stay in the corner in the phase 4 and 5 in this boss, the boss will only do melee attack, and it's very useful to set up a CQC fight just after that.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure why it happens, besides just the fact that she tries to go around you, and if she can't go around you, she'll just give up and just keep on attacking you.
That's probably that.
I do want to remind that this final phase is pretty long, so we can probably get donations in.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, sure. So if we have time, Tiny Team have some donations to speak
Yeah, of
about.
course. I've always got donations to speak about, most of the time anyway. We have $25 from Brian, who says $25 for my wholesome boy chocbob. Good run. Well, thank you very much indeed for that. And I must say, this is absolutely fantastic. I'm really, really enjoying this. It's so close. I hope everybody's enjoying it. Remember, we're here to raise money for Alzheimerfonden, the Swedish national fundraising organisation focusing on Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. And we're very close to the $12,000 at the moment.
Oh, nice.
So if we can get just a little bit more, we can maybe hit that at the end of this run. That would be fantastic.
Oh, be the run that breaks 12,000? Let's do it!
That should be great.
Yes!
Alright, Sombra almost dying there, but
Yeah,
you
that
know.
was good. Oh no!
Oh
perfect
no,
parry.
got a perfect parry. I'm sure he got a perfect parry a while ago on your guys' screen, but for us, that's just devastating.
So
Okay.
let's. So if you're ready
I'm ready.
for the edge, guys,
I am ready.
and
Okay.
3, 2, 1, go!
Okay, so talking about the Edge real quick. Edge is the quickest boss. It only takes less than a minute for most runs. The Edge can basically get one shot by in every single phase except for the last one with one charge slash. So you're just going to be seeing the runners try to get charge slashes as quickly as possible and just basically one-shotting. It's kind of funny because in the story, the Edge is hyped up as like one of the strongest people.
If
But
it's not
also,
the strongest, yeah.
yeah, if not the strongest person in the entire story, but kind of just gets completely owned in like under a minute in the speedrun.
That's so cool. They are so synchronized.
Oh,
Yeah.
my gosh.
That's so
It's not
cool.
good. Oh, jeez.
Oh, then
Okay, so hopefully both of them get good RNG for the last phase. Do you guys want to say if you got waves? If you got waves,
Sure.
I did not.
okay. Bad RNG.
and chocbob had some troubles with the phase 3, but
Yeah,
Did we
getting it
both?
eventually.
SombraCakes is actually on an incredible pace, to be honest.
Oh
Very
yeah,
close
what?
from
I
this
didn't
Oh
even
yeah,
notice.
you're almost PB pace.
Yeah, you are on
Sombra.
PB pace, aren't you?
So he's actually 30 seconds ahead from chocbob. So if you're ready, guys, for the
Oh
last
no!
Yep.
I'm ready.
yeah. So
Okay.
in 3, 2, 1, go.
Alright, so quickly, real quick, Beat is a coward. I need to put that out there.
No, he's
Everyone
not. No, she's
everyone-
not.
No, everyone knows it. Beat is
We're
a coward.
gonna have an argument here. We're
Okay,
not.
don't
We're
worry
not
about it.
having
So-
an argument on stream.
So the Beat's gonna run away from you as quickly as possible, and just have her little cannons fire at you. Basically, this is the only platforming section of Furi. Where's the Furi platformer spin-off? I don't know. this is going to be basically all the phases where you try to run to the beat, get a... she goes to a platform, does like an attack, do a couple charge shots, and then repeat. There's 3 phases of this. The last phase, very sad. She can't defend herself. But, you know, we're speedrunners, so we don't care about emotions.
Honestly, this part of the game was pretty emotional when you do the game the first
Oh,
time.
yeah, I love this part of the game for like, I was like, oh my god, I don't want to fight this person. But then I started speedrunning and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna strangle you, Pete.
And unfortunately, Sombra died at the beginning of this because it's very easy to get propulsed out of the platform. Because there is a huge knockback, and yeah, that's happened.
Funnily enough,
Bob is in the lead for this boss.
Funnily enough, this is one of the easier fights to do because there's kind of in-phase checkpoints if you like continue the platforming, but also that makes it so it's one of the more punishing fights because it's fairly easy to die if you just lose your rhythm.
Exactly.
As we saw from SombraCakes. I wouldn't say it's the easiest place to die in the game, but maybe second easiest.
This boss destroys so many of friends.
Yeah.
Especially that. Pretty recently, the Ricochet, the War Record Order, get a War Record base destroyed by this boss, for example.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh no. I forgot. I must have forgotten about that. Ugh.
So, if you're ready, guys, for...
Yeah.
Oh no,
Almost.
A very hard CQC
All right.
All right. So
Final boss.
3.
And
You're-
go
you do
for it, Jimmy.
Okay, I'll do it this time. 3, 2, 1, go.
I just went.
I have some really important strats that I invented in this fight that I'll explain.
Yeah.
Yeah, we have to
At the
show
very
this
end, we
stuff
have to
at
let Chalk talk about his yoink strats. So for this final boss, your mechanics are completely different, basically. You still have guns, but instead of charge shots regular, you shoot lasers. Basically, the runners are going to be staying in this corner, trying to get the first hit of the charge shots in, and then just immediately doing another one. Because while you can have it be a consistent beam, the first hit does a lot more damage. We're going to be seeing a lot more glitches in this, where you're hitting multiple hands at once, despite the laser only hitting one of the hands, and a lot more stuff like that, but, you know, we'll get to it when we get to it.
Yeah, definitely just knowing the safe spot and also the strategy and also the glitch for the phase number 4 of the star, making a runner who discovered the speedruns and a runner who was pretty well known the strategy, a way different boss in terms of difficulty, because just by knowing the safe spots and also the glitch you will see, this boss is honestly fairly easy.
So also, I just want to point out that Phase 4 is one of the longest phases in the game. It takes forever, to be honest, and there's no glitches to speed it up or anything like that. Let me know when you guys are done with Phase 4 so I can do the joke.
So, in case you don't know, Jimmy's a liar.
Yeah, I'm the liar on everything except for the beat being a coward. That's the only thing I'm
No,
on.
you're also a liar about that.
Take
I'm
care
done
about
with,
the life bar of the top right, but I think it's already passed. So.
Yeah.
It bet on me, yeah.
Yes. So there's a glitch in this game where for this final fight only, if you laser somebody, when you're point blank to them, it will do damage on every single frame instead of once every 10 frames or whatever it is.
Yeah, that's
so
every
you can
single
just
frame.
you can just cheese through health bars.
And this is why
so,
this don't exist. So,
Chalk,
yeah.
let us know once you get to your yoink strat.
Yeah,
position.
I'll let you know. It's coming out.
After that, we could probably have time for donations, and then we'll call time when this.
Because
is
this
done.
last phase is the 2.5 minutes auto basically. So
Great.
Yeah,
We do have a
it's
donation.
you do
Yeah,
what?
slip one in. You can get one in.
Yeah.
Okay, got $10. Lambda217 without any comment, but thank you very much.
Probably have time for another.
Yeah, if you have another.
Okay, well, we'd just like to remind everyone that you're watching ESA Winter 2021, raising money for Alzheimer Fonden, the Swedish national fundraising organisation focusing on Alzheimer's disease and other dementia-related diseases. Please keep those donations coming in. We're very, very close to that 12,000. Let's see if we can get it.
All right,
Hey.
Yoink Strat should be coming up soon.
Yeah, my strats are coming up. So I invented these. They're really crazy. It's kind of hard to yoink explain what's going on here, but basically, yoink every time the laser comes around. Yoink, all you have to do is just make sure that you yoink, say the word yoink, and then you're gonna yoink avoid the laser every single time. You'll yoink, literally never ever get hit yoink by the laser if you're doing these yoink strats. So if you're yoink trying to get into this game, just make sure you yoink ask me how to do them, and I'll teach you everything I know.
Oh, that is the chocbob patented yoink strats. I just want to point out, I don't think I do them properly because the one time I did yoink strats, I got hit by the laser.
You know that
So-
I try 2 times and I get hit by the lasers. Because I'm so quiet when
I think they
do
only work for you, chocbob. I focus too much on what I'm saying and stuff.
See, that's the trick. You just can't ever think about anything you say. You just vomit out words from your mouth.
Since
Be
you
ready on
guys
time,
are,
by the way, be ready on time.
you guys count down time since we have a bit of delay.
So
Sure.
it will be very close. Both of the runner, I think, will stop with probably end at the same times.
I
Time.
am
Time for chocbob
time.
and time for Sombra. Yeah.
All right.
So
Sombra, did you get a sub 30?
I did.
That is
usually
insane.
that's insane.
That's
Sub
a-
30 in America.
There's only like 4 people or 5 people who've ever gone sub 30?
Yeah, 5.
5.
Well,
Yeah.
on the leaderboards. We
On
don't.
the-
On the official leaderboards, but we don't count anyone else because
that was
we
a
don't know if they cheated.
crazy, great quality of run. Those 2 run beat my PB by
Yeah,
far.
I beat my PB beat Chocbob, so I'm okay. That's fine.
But honestly, chocbob got a sub 29 pretty recently by grinding for the CSA. Congrats to both of them.
Who won? I can't really see.
so
You did,
SombraCake
Sombra.
once he did a 29.50 and chocbob did a 30.22. That's both of the time are crazy good. So
And I will
It's
be
a win
donating
of Sombra,
$121 as well because
You're welcome.
121
Yes.
hits. Thank you. That's a bit higher than I was expecting, but whatever. I made the promise. So let's shout some people out real quick. Do you want to shout people out? I'm bad at shout outs.
go for it.
Yeah, check out the Speedrun page for Furi. Join the Discord. Everyone is super helpful. The 4 of us here, there's some other people in there. A lot of people. I mean, a lot of them are in chat. If you want to learn the game, it's a pretty easy game to learn. There's video tutorials out there. You can do all sorts of stuff. And we're always happy to have people. We like to do community races. We do them just like this. So
There's
Come
no
on
stupid
and join
questions. So
that's right.
All
There's no
right.
stupid questions. There's only stupid me and Jimmy. So.
Yeah, only me
Yes.
and Chocbob are allowed to be stupid on the Discord.
So,
All right.
Thanks CSF for having us. I think that's it for us. So thank you everyone. I think we are good.
Thanks.
Thank you very much indeed. That was absolutely fantastic run. Stay with us, folks. We're just going to go to another intermission and we'll be right back. We've got something good for you coming up next. We've got Ori in the Blind Forest with the one and only COVID Muffin. So please stay with us.